everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the FGW Podcast. Today, we are talking about something really important and honestly really heavy that affects so many students but does not always get talked about enough. The fear and reality of armed robbery and theft in our universities. Right now, some students are facing situations where just going to class or staying in their hostel does not feel safe anymore. Some have lost their lives, belongings, and have lost friends. Today, I am joined by Blessing Micheal, a student from Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University, who is going to share what it's really like to live and study under this kind of threat. And we will be talking about how it has changed students' lives, what is going to be done about it, and what more can be done about it to keep students safe. So whether you are just a student, a parent, or just someone who cares about what is happening in our schools, I hope this conversation opens your eyes, moves you, and maybe inspires some change. Alright, so let's get into it. Blessing, welcome to our episode for today.
Thank you.
All right. So can you tell us a bit more about yourself and what your life was as a student, the way it usually was before this robbery and attack started happening?
Okay. Thank you for that wonderful question, the host. I would say the way it was before, everywhere was secure and you can go out at any time and return home, even alone, and you don't have anything to fear. There's nothing to fear about. There's no trauma. There's nothing. There is this security. There is so much freedom that you can move freely anytime and anywhere at night.
Okay, so when did you first feel like the whole thing was getting dangerous? Like, how did it even start, if you can share with us?
Well, I actually cannot state the time it started, but I felt like it became so obvious last semester when people started complaining of theft, people collecting their phones and things like that. I think it became serious and came to the public hearing last semester.
So when did you feel like the whole thing, like how did it even start becoming rampant?
Okay, I felt like it became rampant during Salah time or even before Salah time. Then people were having this complaint of thieves started burgling into their lodge and they would threaten them, collect their stuffs. And if you try to struggle with them, they will use cutlass and hit you and stuff like that. So they started burgling lodges and they were attacking some students. They will come to your lodge and take whatsoever they want to take and they will leave.
Wow, that's serious. Did you ever try to speak up to the university management, and what step did they take about it?
Okay, concerning that, when it started getting serious and the students voiced out, the school came out and the school quoted that it was a sponsored post and that the school is secured and nothing like that was going on. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? So what were they implying? That you are not saying the truth?
Well, the school is trying to uphold her own reputation. So that's what they were saying sponsored post. Like, why would we even want to be saying something that's not real about our school? It's very funny.
Yes, that's very ridiculous. So it was like a form of PR then, like crisis management.
Yeah.
Okay. So have someone close to you ever gone through an attack or theft? That's if you're okay to share with us what happened.
Okay. I think I have a lot of experience from people and even me myself speaking.
Okay.
I remember during exam time, this last exam we would, and due to, the struggle you're trying to meet up and with the exam, most times you do go to school at night so that you read all over TDB to the next day so that once you have 8 o'clock exam, you can go straight to the exam. So on that fateful day, I went with a friend and we read almost to around 3 a.m. And once it was around 4, we decided to rest. And funny enough, a student that was in the hall unplugged my phone and took it away with him. And when I woke up, immediately I woke up to see how funny it was. The guy stood up, looked at us and walked out. That was when I observed that my phone was missing.
With the audacity, like he was there and he saw you waking up, like the person that stole the phone.
Yes, he even looked at me and smiled and said good morning. And my friend was like, this person did not speak with us all through the night. So I was like, let him go. Let us just go and get the phone. Let me refresh. And that was how my phone got missing.
Wow. Okay, that was not funny at the moment, honestly.
I mean, it was traumatizing, and all the book I read, everything, my head was just blank. I mean, waking up around 4, 5, and you're saying that, and you have exam by 8, and you can feel the trauma. And oh god, it was not funny. There was a woman I know. She was in her lodge, and they burgled her lodge. She was a married woman. Luckily for her son was not with her. They
Yeah.
burgled in and took her phone. But luckily for her, she hid her laptop, and they even took her bag. She was now begging them that they should drop the notes in the bag because that's what she will use for exam. Let them go with the phone and any other thing they want. Guess what these people did? A married woman, they took cutlass and they stabbed her in her body, and they went with the bag and the books and everything. Can you imagine?
That is so brutal. And there's no security there.
Well, what can we say? The people that are meant to protect us seems as if they are backing those people up because there was a lodge in my area. I will not mention the name. These people went to attack, and according to what people said, I think it was a verified fact that when they collected all the phones, somebody was still with his phone, and then the guy put a call to the station. I don't know how he got the number. When he called and said these guys are outside collecting things from them, guess what happened? In less than 5 minutes, the police called one of the thieves to notify them that there is still a phone remaining inside the lodge. They had to go and fish out the person that reported that case. So the people that are even supposed to protect us are corrupted. You don't know who is the right person to call. You don't know who is the wrong person to talk to. And it's so scary.
Wow. So how did you guys know that there was a kind of informant within the police and the armed robbers?
Well, it was when they started, it was as if they were targeting each lodge. There's a way they will come to a certain lodge and they will attack. So for someone to come to your lodge and attack, that shows that they have somebody that is giving them information. Imagine these people coming to attack 2 lodge at a time without fear. Definitely, they have somebody backing them up, and they have this so much confidence that they are doing this thing. So obviously, someone is backing them up.
Wow.
Powerful people.
That is something that we should be really concerned about. And what did the school management do about that?
Well, the school management still didn't say anything until what happened recently.
And what about the lady that was stabbed?
Okay, you mean the other lady that I spoke about? She went, treated herself, and she was okay. And I don't think the school was even aware, since the school thought we were all bluffing there then, and they didn't take our words to heart. So until this incident that happened, that was when the school was trying to come out and start saying some things that was already too late to say.
Wow, this is actually something that needs to be addressed. But so far, how has this whole happening changed your daily life as a student on campus?
Oh, I mean, it has changed a lot. That if I'm in school, I cannot go out once it's 5 because there is this fear that somebody might see you, somebody might snatch your phone. There is just so much fear that you can't even go out late. Once it's 5, I get all the things I need to get, and I'm in my room. I'm always locking my door from inside from morning till night. My door can never be open anymore because of the fear that has been installed upon us.
Wow, of course there will be fear because of the happenings that has been going on recently. Like I heard from you, it is something that you should really be concerned about. Do you feel like the students still trust the school or the people in charge to keep them safe, or has the trust been shaken?
Oh, with everything happening, the trust has already been shaken. There is no way the students can believe and trust the school management because the people that are supposed to protect you have denied you in the first instance. And when something that became serious, that's when the schools. I don't feel like the students will be able to trust the school management anymore because they are not reliable.
But how do you think the school management, or what do you think the school management can do to address this issue?
Okay, I would say I feel like the school management should work in ensuring that all lodges that is off campus are secured by installing maybe all these vigilantes for students. They don't even have to pay. Maybe in an area, the student might be asked to bring some money together, keep these vigilantes. They will be surveying day and night to keep the students safe. And I feel like the school security should have a number they can call, maybe an emergency number, that whenever something is going on off campus, they can actually call and put it to the school that, okay, this is what is happening in so place. Then the security of the school can come up, they can come and help. But the school security, the school management, they're not offering anything. So if they can offer these little things, I feel like it will actually reduce drastically.
But so far from the news that has been going around lately is that the state government have shut down the school for now.
Yeah, that was what we heard.
Oh, that's what you heard, boy. Is that what is actually happening?
Well, I also heard recently, I think they said that the school said the students should resume, and that the governor said that if the school is not having enough security, there are no proof of enough security for the students should not go back. But now it is being said that the school is mandating it for the students to resume back to campus.
So now that they have said the students should resume back to campus, are they already resuming?
Well, I felt, yeah, some of the students are back in school, but most especially they are guys, they are males. So, but still, the school is still dry. Nobody is willing to take that first risk of, okay, let me go to school and stay and still see. Even the guys that are still in school, I was chatting with a friend today, and then he told me that he still sleeps by the gate. He can't even sleep in his room. He sleeps by the gate. He locks the gate just to make feel that secure, that if anything is going on, he can easily hear and to keep himself. So he cannot even comfortably sleep in his room. He has to be sleeping by the gates. Can you imagine?
Wow. So if you could tell the school or the government one thing that they should do right now to keep the students safe, even when you resume, what will it be?
I feel like I will tell the school and the governor to please take the students towards into action. Provide the students with safety. Give them security. These people are here because of an education. A body should not be returned back home. If they are not keeping them safe, there is no way that they can achieve their goals, because if a student is not secured in an environment, then whatsoever you are feeding those students with is becoming useless. If I'm not safe, there is no way I will be able to come back to that school. So the school has to take the necessity, and the government should please give us the security that we need, the protection that we need. Because without all this, nobody wants to return back to school. Nobody, no parent wants to send his child to a school that is not safe. And before you know, the school will fall. That's just the truth. And if the school is not having any students coming in, so all these things we are even begging is also for their own reputation. If you want to maintain your reputation, then give those people the security that we are seeking for. So we need security. We need to be secure. They should give us security, enough security. That was just all that we're asking for.
So recently, from the trending news and videos we've been seeing online about the happenings in the campus, it is that there is war happening between the campus students and the people of the community. Is that true?
Yes, that was true. Actually, what happened was when the vigilantes caught one thief, and the student wanted to take law into their hands, but the person was released to the police. So because he was dealt with, he was beaten and stuff. When the town people heard what happened, guess what these people did? They took cutlass, they took knife, they were attacking students. Why? I saw a video of a guy, his head was wounded.
Why did they do that?
They say they touched their people, and so they're not going to take it. Very funny.
But the person that committed that crime, even though he is an indigene there, he committed a crime, right? So why would they say because they touched their own, they also want to revenge instead of doing the right thing?
Well, you never know the devil that you're living with until he decides to show his true color. If you see the video, it's also disturbing. I felt like these people.
It was actually very disturbing. I saw it.
They were chasing us as if we were thieves. That was what they were giving. And they already tell us that they don't want us in the school. So the school should move. Because why would the citizens, the people, the indigenes, be attacking with the students? Because we caught a thief and the thief was an indigene. He's an indigene and then people are attacking the students. That's just so funny.
But I hope with the measures that have been taken now by the state government, I hope the whole crime, like everything is becoming better.
Yes, for now, that was what we heard, that nothing has actually been going on. So maybe they are trying to, clean their trees and everything. But we just hope it's real this time. That it's not where all the students will resume. Because if we are resuming now, they are rushing for exams and everything. So that something like that will not happen again. We just hope it is real this time and they have apprehended those people.
So what about those that lost their lives? What did the school management do about the incident and what measures did they take in the matter?
Well, I think the only thing I heard that the school did, which I'm not really too sure, was when they heard the matter and students took action and everything. According to what I heard, they said they dropped an ambulance car to take the body. That was the only thing I heard that the school did. That was just the only thing.
What about the family of the deceased? They did not give any condolence to them?
Well, we don't know. Maybe they did that in secret, but we have not actually heard anything about that. We just know that the death was not something of a joke. It was something that was very painful to the heart.
Yes, imagine a student goes to school with full of hopes and all that and then comes back as a body. That's not nice.
And it is said that he's even the only child of his parents.
Yeah, that's sad. That's very sad.
The school needs to do better.
Yes, they actually need to. So before we wrap up, what is that one thing you really want people to understand about what students are going through and how can they help, even in their smallest ways?
Okay, I feel like the only thing people can do that will help the students is they need to show this cooperation with us. They need to understand that we are also like children to them. If your child is not there, you're also in town and you're supposed to feel that pain of a child is in school. So we beg those people to please cooperate with us, work with us. We are part of the team that is developing Lapai. Without that school, I'm not sure Lapai will be any popular or something. So they have to work with us. When we see a spade, we call it a spade. Whether be it a student or an indigent, once you are caught in an act, there should be an action. The action should be taken. They should not say, hey, he's a student, we're not going to release him. He's an indigent, we're not going to release him. No, we have to close eye. If you are caught in any bad act, let the person face the law. That's the only way we can help each other. That is the way they can help us, and that's the way we can help them.
That's actually a nice insight that you gave us. So thank you so much, Miss Blessing.
Pleasure is all mine.
For joining us for this podcast.
Thank you so much, Ma. It's an honor to be here.
All right. So we will look forward to seeing you next time, or rather, look forward to you joining us next time on our podcast. That is, if our audience would like a part 2 of this hot gist that we are getting from Miss Blessing here.
There's still more to say.
All right. So this more that you want to say to us, we would like you to say better in our next episode. So thank you and have a nice day.
And you too. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So thank you, the audience, for tuning into this episode. And I hope this conversation has opened your eyes to see what some students are going through and why it matters. This may not only be happening in IBB University, Lapai. It may be happening in other campuses. So this is a voice out for others out there to be able to reach out to larger audience and relate to these events that are happening, and for the government and the institution to take good measures to prevent this. So if you found this episode meaningful, please share it, talk about it, and let's keep the conversation going until our campuses are truly safe for everyone. So stay safe and see you next time.